Dear students, welcome to history class. In last session, we discussing Rashtrakutas. In that also, we remembered powerful kings like Amoghavarsa, who called as Amoghavarsa Nrupatunga, and Dhruva and Govinda III. These kings have a lot of caliber and they have given such contributions to Indian history. Today, particularly we remembering the contributions of Rashtrakutas to Indian history. Dear students, regarding cultural contributions of Rashtrakutas to Indian history, Rashtrakuta rulers had the great quality of religious tolerance with the people, not only tolerate the other religion, but also we accept the other religion here. Not only tolerance, but acceptance. This was the base of this country. Though they were followers of Vedic religion, these Rashtrakutas are basically followers of Vedic religion. They patronized Jainism and Buddhism also. They followed Vedic culture. They followed Vedic religion, but they patronized Jainism and Buddhism also. Amoghavarsa was a great devotee of Kolhapur Mahalakshmi, which was known as a Shakti Pitha among 52 Shakti Pithas. Mahalakshmi, Kolhapur Mahalakshmi, devotee by Amoghavarsa. Brahmanas were engaged in performing yajnas and yagas during Rashtrakuta period. The kings gave donations and respected them. They have given donations to Brahmanas and respected Brahmanas. It is learned that there was a Buddhist Sangha in Kanheri, which was near Mumbai. There was a Buddhist Sangha in Kanheri. When we remember literature, the contributions of Rashtrakutas to literature, Rashtrakuta kings were patrons of literature. They were patrons of literature. Some kings were writers themselves. They were the writers themselves. The number of Kannada inscriptions increased during the Rashtrakuta period. The number of Kannada inscriptions, this number increased during Rashtrakuta period. We remember Kaviraja Marga, the first Kannada work was composed by Sri Vijaya. This Kaviraja Marga was composed by Sri Vijaya. This Sri Vijaya, patronized by Rashtrakutas. Kaviraja Marga informs us that Kannada Nadu or Karnataka extended from Kaveri to Godavari. Kaveri Godavari Varavirtha Nadada Kannadadol. This was the sentence recorded in Kaviraja Marga, written by Sri Vijaya. This Sri Vijaya, Kavi Sri Vijaya, patronized by Rashtrakutas. The literature developed immensely during their period. Ponna, who was a great poet who lived in the court of Krishna III, he wrote Shantinatha Purana. He wrote Shantinatha Purana and Bhuvanaikya Ramabhyudaya. He had written Bhuvanaikya Ramabhyudaya. He had the title of Ubhayakavi Chakravarti. He had the title of Ubhayakavi Chakravarti. Pampa, who was the court poet of Arikesari II, the feudatory of Rashtrakutas at Vemulavada, wrote Vikramarjuna Vijaya. He wrote Vikramarjuna Vijaya, which was known as Pampa Bharata and also Adi Purana. He is called as Adi Kavi of Kannada. Pampa was the Adi Kavi of Kannada, patronized by Rashtrakutas. Shivakotyacharya wrote Vaddaradhane. It is called the first prose work of old Kannada. Samskrita literature also developed well during Rashtrakuta period. Here we remembered Kaviraja Marga and also Vaddaradhane. After that, Samskrita literature also developed well during Rashtrakuta period. Some of them are Shakatayana wrote Shabdanushasana. Mahaviracharya given Ganita Sara Sangraha. Amoghavarsha has given Prashnottara Ratnamala. Trivikrama has given Madalasa Champu. Jinasenacharya given Adi Purana and Parshvabhyudaya. Asaga has given Vardhaman Purana. Halayudha has given Mruta Sanjeevini and Kavi Rahasya, etc. were the important Samskrita works of this Rashtrakuta period. When we remember art and architecture during Rashtrakuta period, Rashtrakuta rulers have given wonderful contribution to art and architecture. They built structural temples, cave temples and basadis. Ellora, Ajanta and Elephanta are the centers of their art. We remember the Rashtrakutas according to art and architecture. We remember Ellora, Ajanta and Elephanta. When we remember Ellora, we have to remember monolithic temple is known as Kailasanatha temple situated in Ellora. There are 34 cave temples at Ellora in Aurangabad district of Maharashtra. It was Aurangabad district in Maharashtra. 34 cave temples recorded by historians, and 5 of them belong to Hinduism. In 34 cave temples, 5 of them belongs to Hinduism. The monolithic stone temple of Kailasanatha is world famous. The monolithic Kailasanatha temple was world famous. This temple was built by Krishna I. It has built by Krishna I, which was built in 770 CE by Krishna I. The temple is 164 feet long. 164 feet long and 109 feet wide. 109 feet wide and 92 feet high. The height of Kailasanatha temple is 92 feet of height it has, The temple which has a Mahadwara and also have a quadrangle, Shikhara and Linga is in Dravida style. It is built in Dravida style. The sculpture of Shivalila in this temple, attract the attention of travelers, and tourists. Two pillars and two huge elephants have been carved near the temple. There is Nandi Mandapa in front of this. There are 5 temples of subordinate deities around the Garbhagriha. Sculptures of Ashtadikpalaka, Ganga Yamuna, Saraswati have been carved. Ravana holding the Kailasa mountain is very attractive. It was the center of attraction in Kailasanatha temple. Hence the temple gets the name like Kailasanatha. It gets the name of Kailasanatha because the sculpture of Ravana holding the Kailasa mountain. Because of this temple is known as Kailasanatha temple. Dr. V.A. Smith has called the temple as one of the greatest architect work of the world. He called this one of the greatest artistic works in the world. The other Hindu temples at Ellora are Ravana's cave. One of them was Dashavatara, Rameshwara, Dhumarlena caves, etc. Apart from them, Neelakantha cave, Indrasabha, Jagannatha Sabha cave temples are also here in Ellora. So when we remember Elephanta, which is an island 6 miles from Mumbai, has 7 caves. This Elephanta has 7 caves. Its ancient name was Gauravapuri. The Portuguese called the huge elephant here as Elephanta. The Portuguese people called elephant statue as Elephanta. Hence, this name has occurred to the Elephanta. The Trimurti sculpture in the central cave. The Trimurti sculpture in central cave is related to the 3 incarnations like creation, protection and destruction of God. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Brahma means creation. The work of Brahma is creation. Vishnu, who protector of this world, and destroyer was Mahesha. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha, creation, protection and destruction. And the idol, which is 18 feet high, is carved between 2 half pillars. ದ್ವಾರಪಾಲಕ, ಅರ್ಧನಾರೀಶ್ವರ, ಶಿವಪಾರ್ವತಿ and other bas reliefs have been beautifully carved in Elephanta. The paintings in the cave temples, the paintings in the cave temples of Ellora are a witness to the fact that they patronized painting. Rashtrakutas also patronized painting also. As a proof, we will get some paintings in the cave temples of Ellora. These are the fact and figures during Rashtrakuta period. Like this, many contributions to cultural and many contributions to art and architecture. We will remember these things here during Rashtrakuta period. In next session, we will discuss the next topic. I will finish here. Thank you one and all.